Hi, my name is Sheila Goleswe. I am a crypto and blockchain enthusiast. I enjoy helping women discover and profit financially from this space. Before I start my short talk with you today, I want to ask all of you a few questions. By show of hands, how many of you have ever um, flown on an airplane? Okay, okay, I see you. See you. Great, all of you. That's wonderful. How many of you know technically how airplanes work? Yes, you get my drift. Yeah, no hands up. All right. Well, some of you might be in New York. So, how many of you have ridden the metro recently? Okay, okay. Well, Jessica, I see your hand is up. Well, Jessica, do you know how the metro works technically? Okay, I thought so. I thought so. The reason I bring that up is because I'm going to be talking about a topic that many people find complex. Some people think it's nerdy, some just think it is um, just complicated to understand. But I don't plan during my short time with you, I don't plan to bore you with the details of technically how blockchain and cryptocurrency work. But my desire is more to pique your interest, about the benefits of this technology and why you should care. We both know that although we have flown the airplane and we have ridden the metro, we don't understand how it technically works, but we do know very clearly the benefits it has to our lives. So that's my goal today. All right, so you can relax and enjoy this time. All right, okay, you ready? Okay, let's go. Well, about 5 or 6 years ago, Don Tapscott, he is one of the leading authorities on the impact of technology on business. In his TED Talk, he started it out with these words: the technology likely to have the greatest impact on the next few decades has arrived. Now, it is not social media, it is not robotics, it is not AI, it is not even big data. He went on to say that technology is blockchain. That is blockchain. So, what is blockchain? Blockchain technology, simply put, is a digital ledger that records data and transactions. But what makes this recording so unique is that it is decentralized and it is recorded in blocks. That makes it very unlikely, almost impossible for that data to be changed. For it to be changed, you will need to do that simultaneously across all the um, computers that hold this data. Very impossible to do. So, holding financial um, assets or transactions online is not strange. Currently, in our financial systems, we hold information in the form of ledgers. But what makes blockchain technology a technology to be reckoned with is the fact that of its security, the inability to change data. And we know that that is very important in any form of business. Blockchain technology therefore reduces the cost of trust. Did you know that in the US alone, close to 35% of all careers are exist because we need to have trust in how we do business, from managers to auditors to bankers to trust title companies and so forth and so forth. All right, so we all know how important and crucial trust is, but we also know that it costs a lot of money. But with the introduction of this kind of technology, blockchain, that cost is drastically reduced. Remember when information became decentralized when the internet was introduced into our world. We all remember that, and how our world exceedingly changed. The cost of doing business drastically reduced. Our customer base expanded. This is the same scale of innovation that is going on in this particular space because of this technology called blockchain. So when you think about the fact that blockchain technology is a digital ledger that is recording our transactions, is recording data, and is decentralized, and it cannot be changed. The most natural use case will be money, and that's what happened. Because with the break of the global financial breakdown that we had in 2009, we saw firsthand the need for checks and balances, even within our centralized trust bodies, right? And that is how cryptocurrency became in existence. Cryptocurrency was created by a person or persons unknown, by the name Satoshi Nakamoto. And the reason why it was created was because of this trust factor. Understanding that blockchain reduces the cost of trust, it just made so much sense for it to be applied to money. So, what is cryptocurrency? Simply, cryptocurrency is digital money. And digital money is not strange because money has always been changing, especially with the introduction of technology. We know how back in the day we used to trade by barter to transfer value. Of course, that wasn't effective. But with the introduction of technology like the bicycle, the automobile, the airplanes, money consistently changed forms from precious metals to cash and coins. Now, with the introduction of the internet, money became more and more invisible online. We use plastic cards, and now we don't even see our money physically, right? It's all being exchanged digitally. And now, with the introduction of blockchain technology, it just makes sense that we living in the digital age will have digital money. So, how will the adoption of blockchain technology solve any problems that we have existing in our world? Okay, it does solve several problems, but I want to focus on financial inclusion. We all know that financial inclusion is the cornerstone for development in any society. But did you know that 1.4 billion people across the world are unbanked? Majority of them are women. And not just women, they are the poor, the less educated, especially those who live in rural areas. See, I found this out the hard way. About 6 years ago, I was invited to join a startup, a nonprofit startup called Encircle. And Encircle's goal was to reduce poverty around the world using church workers. Their goal was to do that by focusing on three areas: poverty, food, health, and education. And what was going to be unique about how we did this task in Encircle was that we wanted to cut out the middleman, wanted to send the money directly to those who are in need. That is why we decided to use church workers, because they know the people would need these funds the most, and it will go directly to those who need it. Okay, so we were well funded. We had the technology for the checks and balances. We had the training. We had recruited the staff in all these countries. We're in 110 countries. But our biggest hurdle was getting the donated funds to those who needed it the most directly. We started with Western Union and MoneyGram. They shut us down pretty quickly because of money laundering laws. And then we moved over to the banks. But can you imagine working with 100 different banks? And many of our people that needed this money did not have banks. right? And so it was a nightmare. Something that surprised me, that we could not send money at scale directly peer to peer. Right. So why should this matter to you? Why should you care? Okay. I want to suggest that you should care because of this idea of shared prosperity. You see, these in my story, these people who needed, these poor people who needed these funds the most, we were not able to reach them the way we desired, in this at the speed we desired, at the cost we desired. But if we had adopted blockchain technology by using cryptocurrency, we would have been able to do it directly, faster, and in a way that reduces the cost of trust. You see, their prosperity is important to our prosperity. You might say, well, it's over there. I'm in a developed world. Why should I care? Let me explain. This is a story that is very personal. See, at the height of COVID in 2020, I lost my job because of the pandemic. And a friend of mine introduced me into this space. I fell in love with cryptocurrency and blockchain. I learned it, I used it, I invested in it. And very quickly, I replaced my income from the profits I made in this space. But not only that, I started teaching other people around the world, mostly women, on how to profit from this space as well. My prosperity became their prosperity. And as they started profiting, I increased in my prosperity as well because they were my clients, right? And so we all understand how, even when you're in a family, if you are the only one that is doing well, that is no fun. We all want to be able to share our prosperity. And when we prosper, when someone prosper across the border, we prosper as well because that person across that border might be your customer, your company's client. And cryptocurrency and blockchain makes that possible because it includes more people into the space of money. Just like the internet brought information to become decentralized to so many, blockchain technology causes the inclusion of money and finances to be accessible to so many, especially women and the poor. Now, I know we have just a few more minutes left, but I hope I piqued your interest. I hope that because of what you've learned so far within our short time, you have a desire to learn more. And I hope if you're not yet in the space, if you've never bought cryptocurrency before, I hope you'll be intrigued to try doing that. And I'll make it easy for you. All right. So I have provided two QR codes. First, the first one is for you to learn more. Remember, I talked about Don Tapscott's TED Talk. This YouTube video is a TED Talk, only 18 minutes of the talk he made in 2016. Has almost 5 million views. It is that good. I think you will really learn and be excited about this new technology. Finally, to try it out, I, as long as my partner Charles, we created a short PDF that will allow you to buy your first cryptocurrency in 30 minutes or less. I assure you it's not that complicated, and we show you how every step of the way. So let's recap. We talked about what is blockchain technology. It's a digital immutable ledger that is decentralized, unlike our current system where information is centralized to bodies. blockchain technology is decentralized, and because of the technology, it's impossible to change the data or transactions that are stored in this ledger. We also looked at, because of this technology, the natural use case was money, and which in the form of cryptocurrency. And cryptocurrency, all it is digital money using the technology of blockchain. And these two innovations allow for the cost of trust to be reduced. So the cost of doing business is drastically reduced, and it also improves financial inclusion. And we concluded to say the reason why you should care is because of our shared prosperity. So thank you so much for your kind attention. At this time, I'd love to take any questions that you may have at this point. Thank you very much.